In this video, I'm going to show you how to get consistent high-ticket clients without posting every day, without burning out, without becoming an influencer. So you can grow your business and have predictable income doing what you love. Especially if you are a coach or a healer, practitioner, subscribe to this channel and watch this video until the end. Ciao, my name is Monica Valero and I've helped hundreds of online coaches and healers grow their business and brand without burnout in an authentic way. And I've helped them going from inconsistent income to predictable months. So if you want to grow your business, if you're a coach, a holistic practitioner, a healer, and you want consistent months and you're worrying where the next client is coming from and you're posting, you're doing all the things, but you don't have a lot of results, stay with me until the end because I'm going to reveal the simplest way to do it without becoming an influencer and without burning out posting content just for the sake of it. It's all about depth, intentionality, and laser focus instead of leaking your energy, because as a practitioner, as a coach, I'm sure that you spend a lot of time and you consume a lot of energy for your clients. So you want to be in your zone of genius. So now let's dive in. We've been trained to think that in order to grow our business and get clients and make more money, we need to post more content, be everywhere, or kind of show off. And it makes sense because it literally, like if you open the apps, everyone is telling you that how to go viral, how to do this, how to have 1,000,000 views, how to capture the attention, how to use AI to trick the algorithm or whatever. But here's the problem with that belief, because it causes you to spend hours in creating content with no real direction. Maybe you have likes, maybe you have even reshares or people who are telling you, I love your post, I love your energy, but that doesn't pay the bills. And you feel behind because you can't post every day. Maybe you have a system, you batch content, but you always feel that there's more to do, and that keeps you in that FOMO energy, which I don't like to be in that. I don't know about you, but I don't like to feel that I'm always behind. And you feel that the real problem is volume and reach, especially reach, instead of clarity. And clarity is a word that is so misused, but clarity not in what you do, because you know what you're doing, but how the value of what you do is communicated, which leads to inconsistency, inconsistent clients, inconsistent months, confusion, overwhelm. And most people, after a few years, they give up because it's not sustainable. And that's what keeps most people stuck. And if that sounds familiar, stay with me because there's a better way. What gets you most clients, yes, is visibility, but not in the sense that we've been taught, is being clear on who you're going to serve, who you're going to repel, how to communicate the value of what you do in a way that creates desire for your ideal client to take action, to reach out, to buy your program, enroll into your offers, and how to connect to those people. Because if posting consistently actually worked, the people who were online all day, every day will be millionaires, but that's not the truth. And you know that I have friends who are influencers, who have a lot of followers, but they don't make a lot of money and they have to have side gigs because they can't pay their bills. So it's not about reach, it's about reaching the right people. So the problem is not attention. They say that attention is currency. Honestly, I do not believe that attention is currency. It's how you turn attention into conversion. Because I don't know about you, but I'd rather have 10 people who buy my offer than have 100 people who are just interested and like my content and just follow me for the inspiration. Yes, and of course I want to inspire people and I give out free content and I want to motivate, and I am okay with people who are not ready to invest. That's why I put out free content. But the sole purpose of my business, and hopefully yours as well, is to really help people on a deeper level. And the way in which we can do that is actually converting those people into clients. So when people come to me and they say, I'm not visible enough, I want to grow my social media. Well, first of all, I tell them I'm not the right person to do so. Obviously, I don't have millions of followers or hundreds of thousands of followers, and still I make more money than some of them, because it's not about creating attention, it's creating desire. So basically people trying to solve the wrong problem when instead the real problem is to be clear on who they serve. And a lot of people say, well, I know my niche. I help women between 20 and 40 to find a life purpose. That is not really a niche. It's part of it, but it's more a demographic. I'm also not one of those people that will tell you you must niche down, because most people who work with me are multi-passionate. They like a lot of things, but if you're speaking to everyone, you're speaking to no one. So you need to speak to one specific person solving a specific problem and activating the desire for that person to buy from you. So the why you. That's why I talk a lot about storytelling. I spent 20 years in film and TV, and that is one of my things on how to convey what you do in a way that is now salesy and actually tells a story where people are invited into your world through storytelling. It's like going to the gym every day. And I know this because I've tried, not every day, but 3-4 times per week. So I have been consistent, waking up at 5:55 every morning before my kids woke up. And I saw some tone, but I didn't see bigger results because I didn't have a structure. So consistency built the muscle of going to the gym, but didn't build the actual muscle. So I needed a structure. So you need structure, knowing what you're doing based on the goals that you have. And also, because of my body, because of my age, I cannot do the same workouts of someone else who's in their 20s and never had kids. So it has to be specific to that person. That's why structure and strategies are so important when posting. One of my clients posted consistently, and then she had a baby. She couldn't do it that much, and so she was not having the clients all the time. So we shifted the way that she was talking about her offer, and she had people reaching out to her. Instead of her posting every day, talking about her offer, which is not wrong. I'm not saying that you shouldn't post. You should post, absolutely. You pick your own platform where you want to grow, but growing in depth, not necessarily wide. So with this client, she started having people reaching out to her and working with her and making 30K months because of that type of strategy that we worked on, and not trying to reach more people. Now, if you have 0 followers, if you do not have social media, it's something that I also teach. You can still get people interested in your offers without posting content, but borrowing other people's audiences and giving value. And one of the things that people come to me and say, well, but Monica, I tried that and it didn't work. Okay, what have you tried? Well, I told them that I can help them. Well, let me tell you, nobody wants someone who is trying to sell you stuff. Being of value is to try to help that person no matter what, no matter if that person becomes a client or not. That's how you build trust. But anyway, I'm going to tell you about the 4 C's that really changed my business when I started applying those. That's what I teach inside of my authentic authority framework. It's not about doing more. It's about saying the right thing in the right way so the right people actually buy. You can see the 4 C's. So basically, the content. Why you? Why will people choose you? And what your work will do for them. It's not about your framework. It's not about your program. It's not about hypnotherapy. It's not about coaching, but what your work will do for them. And then how to connect. And I feel that people lost touch with human decency sometimes, like how to connect like a real person. So be human and humble and be interested in that person, whether they're going to buy from you or not. Instead of say, hey, I can help you. Want to hop on a call? Nobody wants that. Then you convert that person once you actually connect and you build trust with that person. You get on a call or still in DMs, depends on your offer, but most likely it will be high ticket offer if you're offering something very valuable in the DMs. And so you want to really connect with that person to see also if they're a fit. And conversion. And I call it soul selling, selling with integrity, because you just share who you are, what you can do for them, and you let them decide. And that's when they become a client. And that's when you beat the trust recession. People start trusting you, wanting to work with you. They're activated. They don't want to stay in pay anymore, and they pay you. And I have to be honest, I haven't been posting lately a lot because it was a lot of me. I had other revenue generating activities that I preferred, that I focused on. And my clients as well. They get clients. I don't know, nobody likes this word, getting clients, but they enroll clients into their offers even if they're not posting, but buy what I just shared with you. And not just me, I've had clients going from inconsistent months because they could not keep up with the posting to signing clients consistently and actually having a pipeline of leads and people wanting to work with them. And this works because clarity converts. Knowing exactly who you're speaking with, what is the problem that they have, what is the tangible and intangible solution they want, and how to speak to them in their words. And that's the problem that a lot of coaches and healers have. They are trying to make it a little fancy because they are the expert. But then the person who is listening to their message, who's consuming their content, they understand it because they're not stupid, but it doesn't connect to their reticular activating system, which is a part of their brain, of our brain, that retains information and discard others. And so they actually put it on the side. It doesn't land. It doesn't connect with them. And you already see this with other things. When something connects with you, it's because it's something that or you already are looking for that. You've been trying to solve the problem for yourself. It's a new solution that you shifted your mindset. Their content that you just consumed made you change your perspective around that, or made you curious, so you wanted to know more and consume more of that content. Or maybe there also some storytelling around it, so you actually don't understand it conceptually but emotionally, and that's marketing. And if you're wondering, okay, Monica, but I post content for my ideal client, I think I connect with people. If that's not happening, it's because one of these 4 C's has to be improved. Let me know in the comments. Are you consistent on social media? And a lot of my clients also don't really like being on camera that much, not because they are shy or anything. They're good at what they do, but it's the visibility. They don't feel like doing it because they just want to help people. And it's been a massive shift in the last, I would say, 10 years, where we don't need to be content creators, but in order to grow your brand, you need to have some sort of social presence, like the business card or website. Don't do it anymore. People want to know what type of content you're creating, but that doesn't have to become a chore or something heavy. It can also become something fun where you connect, even if you don't have the person in front of you, with a person that truly needs you and your services and will buy only from you, becoming the only choice for them. So if this is what you want and you feel that you need to improve perhaps those 4 C's, that you want to connect more to with your ideal clients, that you want to improve your content creation, not in the fancy and the aesthetic part of it, but with the messaging, breaking through the screen to let people know how much you can help them, the right people, then subscribe to my channel, comment below, let's engage, let's create this little community that I am creating here, and watch this video over here to help you connect with your clients more in depth and grow your business. Thank you for watching. Ciao, ciao.